Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my fall reset. We're at my desk right now because I'm actually going to write my list of things that I want to do today slash just the rest of the week because it is Sunday. But my main priority today needs to be to clean my apartment. I'll show you in a second, but I hosted my sister's bachelorette this weekend and so my apartment is actually a disaster right now, but I told everyone like, don't worry about it. Do not clean. Especially my sister. I was like, you're the bride. Like, don't you dare start picking things up right now. Anyway, so I left that for myself and it's mostly in the kitchen. That's kind of a mess right now. It was so much fun. So obviously very worth it, but I think I'm going to start by making my to-do list for the week. I used to have like a little weekly outline planner. I don't have one anymore. So I'm just going to use a plain piece of paper and then hopefully I can just find a weekly planner that I liked. I looked at TJ Maxx the other day when I was in there. Didn't like any of the ones they had. And I also looked on the Target app. I didn't like any of the ones they have. So I don't really know where I can go find a planner. I guess I'm a little bit pickier than I thought I was, but I'm gonna write down my weekly to-do list and then we're gonna go reset the entire apartment because I feel like it makes more sense to clean and then we'll decorate for fall. I also know I need to meal prep today for the week because I do work every day next week. So I need to at least meal prep my lunches. Before I get too deep into my cleaning endeavor, let's open some packages. First from Amazon. I've been trying to order less on Amazon unless it's something I truly can't find anywhere else, but I got this as part of like a Christmas gift I'm working on, which kind of sounds crazy, but Christmas is stressful, you know, so I want to get a head start. But this is actually pencils that you can plant, and I thought that this was cool because it's Happy Bee, so it's like all seeds that are good for bees. These are just sprout pencils. I'm sure they have them other places, but this is the only place I've been able to find them is Amazon. They have a bunch of different kinds. These are just plain pencils. I have colored pencils. It's kind of cool. Another Amazon package, which is the last Amazon package, I promise. I hate when they deliver on the same day and it's two separate packages. It drives me crazy. Big reason why I stopped shopping. Not stopped. Big reason why I'm trying to shop less on Amazon. This one, I already know what it is, obviously, like I purchased it, but I bought this because I have the entire Anne of Green Gables series other than book 3 in this version of the paperbacks, and I can't find this paperback anywhere, and I actually for the longest time could only find it on UK Amazon, and then I finally found it on the US Amazon, so I bought it. It's just to match the rest of my series. I don't know how I ended up with every single book except book 3, but now I have the entire series. And then if you know me, you already know what I have next. This is the most fall related item of the bunch. I bought 2 cases of this bad boy. This is Alani Witch's Brew with the pumpkin one. We're definitely gonna try the pumpkin one, I think probably tomorrow. As long as I end up going to the gym tomorrow morning, we will try the pumpkin one. So I'm gonna go put some of these in my fridge and go pick up the disaster that is my apartment. I did just start a load of laundry, which makes me feel good. The kitchen is all done and clean. I am leaving the cake out to remind us to eat some after dinner, even though obviously we dug into some already. But then I'm gonna have to figure out how to cover it. I realized I wish I had a container to put cake in. I don't. Maybe I could just use a giant container because this was 3 cakes. But yeah, we've been eating some, obviously. My flowers, I'm obsessed. I actually made this bouquet, but I'm kind of obsessed with them. Love like the dark red mixed with plops of yellow. I feel like it's perfect for fall. I'm thinking I'm actually going to make a cup of tea because I got this mug the other day. Not fall themed at all, but it's so cute. It's obviously like flowers and then you can kind of see the little bow ribbons on them. So cute. So I might make a cup of tea because also my stomach's been hurting today, which is part of why I haven't gotten as much of my reset done as I definitely would have at this point. I mean, it's already almost 6 o'clock and normally at this point I would have at least had like all the laundry done. My sheets would have been changed. My meals would have been prepped for the week. I'm just running behind behind this week, but it's okay. I'm going easy on myself because like I said, my stomach is hurting right now. So I feel like a cup of tea might help at least while I fold my laundry. I'm about to do some more bedding. I decided that with this reset, I would also do at least my comforter and like the throw blanket I keep in my bed because I don't clean that every single week. But I figured with the fall reset, it's the perfect time. So I do still need to change the sheets. I'm about to start the washer with the comforter in it, but I figured I would talk first because it's kind of loud. And then I actually turned on Harry Potter and I am watching the third movie right now. I'm not really watching it. It's just like on in the background, just like while I fold and do my chores and stuff. But I am going to make a cup of tea, watch Harry Potter while I fold my laundry, and then maybe I'll change my sheets. I don't know. Maybe I'll make my lunches. I don't know. The world is my oyster. You guys remember how I hauled this book right at the beginning of the video? I went to go put it away next to my other copies, right? And they're the exact same. But I forgot how yellowed pages get because most of my books are honestly, the pages are yellowed because most of them I buy secondhand. And I actually kind of love yellow pages, but I had such a shock. And I was also looking at these trying to figure out when my older copies were printed because I saw in the back that these used to be $5.99 and now they're $7.99. But I'm just so curious on when my editions were printed because I have no idea. They're definitely like at least as old as I am, I feel like, because I actually got these from my grandma's house forever ago when she was moving. She was just like obviously kind of getting rid of stuff as one normally does when they move, but she gave them to me because she didn't want them. And she used to have a bookcase in like the guest bedroom that we would always sleep in, and I just always remember these books being in the guest bedroom, and I was pretty young when she moved out of that house. I just thought that that was interesting how crazily different these are. Like this is like so stark white. I just sometimes forget how stark white books are when you buy them new. Okay, I've decided it's time to do my meal prepping for the week. I'm definitely going to do lunches. I don't know if I'm going to get to anything else, but here is the lunch lineup for the week. I'm doing tzatziki, hummus, bell pepper, carrots, and then for protein, I'm gonna do this falafel. And then I think I'm gonna use these little, what are these, like silicone cupcake things for the hummus and the tzatziki. But I got two different kinds of falafel. I actually went to Whole Foods earlier just for the falafel because I'm trying to mix up the lunches that I do, make them a little bit more fun instead of always just doing like a wrap or a sandwich. So I had this idea. Hopefully it'll be good. We'll see, because I've never had this falafel before. Almost forgot one of the most important parts. I'm gonna put in these garlic naan crackers from Trader Joe's. These are so good for like dipping. And I'm a big dip girl, as you can probably tell, but I'm also gonna use these pita crackers because I don't think we have enough of these naan left. And I was not going to a billion grocery stores today. I was just gonna do the one, which is what I did, so slay. Look at these, they look so bright and delicious. I ended up having to put the pita crackers in a separate containers, but that's fine because this just looks so good. I can't wait to eat these tomorrow. The day has truly gotten away from me. Hello? Anyway, I don't know where the entire day went, but it's just too late for me to eat a big like full dinner. So I made some burrata. I'm so excited to try this. I've never made this at home before. My sister brought me back this. Oh wait, did I just say I made burrata? I made bruschetta with burrata cheese on it. My sister brought me back this from Italy. Also, yes, I accidentally cut my finger open when I was making lunches. I'm fine though, okay? Anyways, let's try this together. I'm so excited. Every time a place has this as an appetizer, I'm like, oh, should I get that? This is like my favorite combination. Cheese, tomato, and what is this? Balsamic glaze. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I'm gonna eat this. And I did pour myself a glass of wine, okay? Perfect pairing. Come on. This is perfect. Perfect way to hype me up for work tomorrow, okay? Good morning, everyone. I just went and grabbed some espresso from the office because our apartment complex has one of those big coffee machines, and for the longest time I was like, it's not good, like the coffee's just way too bitter, it does not taste good. But I walked over there with my sister yesterday and she showed me that you can turn the strength down, which makes the espresso so much better. Like it's not bitter when you turn the strength down. So I'm very happy about that because I'm gonna make a pistachio latte because my sister brought got me this pistachio milk and it's really good. I had one yesterday. I was gonna try the pumpkin Alani with you guys, but I decided not to go to the gym this morning because my back is killing me right now. So I was like, I'm not gonna push it. Like, I'm just gonna wait until my back doesn't hurt. Although I will say, I think I'm going rock climbing this evening. I'm not 100% sure because I don't know the time or any of the details, but I think I'm doing that this evening. So I really did not need to like work out this morning, but I'm gonna go get ready for work and I will probably just see you after work. Good morning, everyone. I didn't really vlog yesterday because I literally just went to work and then rock climbing right after. Sorry, I'm trying to be quiet because it's still pretty early. And I did want to vlog at the rock climbing place, but I ended up like putting my phone in one of their lockers, and then I was just like, I don't want to go get my phone to film and then also have to like keep track of my phone after. I was going to go get the pumpkin spice from Starbucks this morning, but like I said, I went rock climbing last night, so I went to bed so late. So instead, we're gonna try the pumpkin cream Alani. I'm so nervous for this because all the reviews I've seen online are so mixed, but we're gonna try it together. I'm also thinking it might be fun to like go to Starbucks this weekend so I can get a coffee and then like walk with it because it's been so beautiful in the mornings. That's how I know it's becoming fall. But anyway, let's just crack into this bad boy. We'll see what I end up doing about Starbucks. Oh my gosh, that's so weird how it tastes exactly like a pumpkin pie. Okay, that's really weird. I can't tell if I like it or not. I'll talk to you later with an update because I need to go to work. It's much later in the day, so I'm back from work and I can actually talk about what I think about the Alani since I had time to like drink it. And the more I drink it, the more I was like, I'm not sure that this is really my vibe. It was fun to try, but I definitely wouldn't rush out to go and try to buy more. I definitely think Witch's Brew is the way to go if you are looking for an Alani that's like also a fall fun flavor. I just went to Chick-fil-A and I thought it'd be fun to try some of their new items together because at this point this vlog is just like a food vlog. Not really, but you know what I mean. I love trying new items from like restaurants and things like that. So this is their, what is this? I actually don't know. What is this? This is their Cherry Berry Sunjoy. It's part of their new menu that they just came out with. I think is their fall menu. I don't really know. And I can't lie and say that I didn't already try this because I did. They also gave me like no ice in here. Sorry, Albie just really wants to hang out. But when I first tried it, I was like, oh, this is disgusting. Now I have no ice left and it's watered it down a little bit and I like it a lot better watered down. So there's that. Definitely won't order it again because like I said, not a big fan. And then I also got their new Chick-fil-A sauce waffle chips. I've had their plain waffle chips before and they're pretty good. I would never really order them like instead of fries. Like I would just prefer fries, you know? But in high school when I was in like sports, they used to buy us these waffle chips, which makes sense because it's obviously when fries get cold, they don't really taste good. Let's try these. Okay, those are definitely good. They just taste like barbecue chips to me though, to be honest. Maybe just like slightly sweeter, like Chick-fil-A sauce, you know? Anyway, those are the only new things I got. I really also want to try their pretzel buns soon, but not today because I had a free Chick-fil-A sandwich, which is the only reason I went. Since I, of course, am going to do these videos throughout the entire fall, I thought it would be fun to talk about my fall TBR in these videos because video right before this one is my fall book recs and fall TBR. So I want to start reading through that TBR. And I actually started the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I started this a couple days ago and I just kept forgetting to actually sit down and like talk about it with you guys. So I am almost halfway through at the 49% mark. But this book was super popular a while ago and I didn't realize it was on Kindle Unlimited and I'm still on my Kindle Unlimited free trial. So I'm trying to read through some of my Kindle Unlimited TBR. But I feel like most people always describe this book as like a book that you should just read for the vibes because it is so fall coded. And so far I do kind of see that, but then at the same time I am having so much fun reading this book, but I'm like, maybe that's just because the vibe is fun, you know? But basically this book is about Janine who moves to this small town called Dream Harbor and she meets this farmer boy and they kind of immediately hit it off. So it is a romance and a lot of people were comparing this book to Gilmore Girls and I 100% see that. And I think that is part of the reason why I am enjoying this book so much. It feels like Gilmore Girls but with a twist and obviously in book form. So I will definitely finish this book in this video because I'm already halfway through it and it's not that long at all. See, it says I have less than 3 hours left in the book and I'm a pretty slow reader, so I feel like it's not that long at all. But I, of course, am going off to work today. I'm really hoping we can decorate the apartment for fall today. I was also hoping to go to the thrift store at some point to see what fall decor they have out, but I don't know if I'm gonna get to doing that this week. We'll have to see. But I feel like normally the thrift stores around me have a giant section of fall fall decor, and they always like put it out during this season. So I'm excited to go see that, especially because this is my first time living in this apartment. So obviously it's the first time decorating this apartment for fall. The last time I lived in an apartment was in college, and we didn't go like full out on fall decor, but my roommate did have a good amount of fall decor. So like we kind of like combined our decor, obviously. And so I definitely don't think I have enough to decorate the entire apartment, but I'm sure I have enough to like still make it fun and fall themed. So we'll just see. We'll see where life takes us. But I do know where the day is going to take me, and it's to the office. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I do this every fall, and every fall I forget that I do this, but I have like no fall decor. Like I always think I have more fall decor than I do, but I feel like this is a realistic amount. I just feel like maybe social media has kind of warped my brain. No, it definitely probably has, into thinking like I need more fall decor, even though I actually do want to go out and buy a little bit more fall decor. So maybe we'll go to the thrift store. I don't know if we'll do that in this video. Maybe in my next fall vlog we'll do that. I don't know yet, but I'll show you what I do have, because I do actually really like what I have. I just ideally would have at least one more pumpkin. So let me just show you. So this is our TV stand. Yes, I have Good Luck Charlie playing on in the background right now, but this is what I decided to put on the TV stand. This plant back here kind of rotates locations. Sometimes it's in the living room, sometimes it's in the office. It's just really wherever is convenient for the light at the moment. And then I have this little thankful sign, which is kind of early since that's very Thanksgiving coded and not fall coded, but I still think it's really cute. Got that from a thrift store. And I also got this little pumpkin from a thrift store. I actually thrifted this in my fall vlog from last year. I love it. It's so cute and tiny. And then in the corner here, you can see I have just one little pumpkin. That's the area that ideally I would have a bigger pumpkin on. Or maybe in a perfect world, I would have something on my coffee table as well. Also, yes, that's my Chick-fil-A drink from yesterday. But for now, this is how it's looking in the living room. And then in my bedroom, we have just this little pumpkin candle that I actually made. If you look too closely, you can definitely tell that I just painted on a normal candle, but I feel like it's cute, just adds a little touch of fall. But I also just feel like my bedroom in general is very fall coded because of this dark orange that I have going on. It's just always like this. I just love this orange and earthy tones. So that is it for the fall decor. I am sure I'm going to at least pick up something else from the thrift store because I love thrifting, especially when it comes to fall decor. I can't remember if I said this morning. I feel like I probably did, but my thrift stores around me always have so much fall decor. So if you're feeling like you want to decorate for fall but you don't want to spend a lot of money and you don't want to harm the environment, go check out a thrift store. I bet they'll have at least something. I think the ones around me though, I honestly think as they accumulate it, they just hold it in the back until fall, and then they kind of like set it out during the fall. So you just have to time it, you know? But anyways, I've been home from work for about an hour, actually a little bit longer than that, and I've just been editing. So I will probably go back to editing. At some point I want to make a little fall bucket list. I think we might do that in my bullet journal. I don't know. I kind of wish I had access to a computer because I also have a little Pinterest board where I've been putting all of my fall type of things in that. So if I had a printer, I would definitely print these out and put them in my bullet journal, but this is my inspiration for this fall, okay? That's what these fall vlogs are made for. We're gonna get some of this fall stuff done in these fall vlogs, even though this one is mostly just resetting. Speaking of, I want to go through my closet. Our apartment has 2 closets and my clothes are spread out in both of them, but really it's just like my fall and winter clothes are in the other closet, so I feel like I might need to pull some of that stuff out of that closet and put it in like my main closet. That sounds ridiculous, I know, but I don't want to like use Jack's side of the closet. Even though I have a lot more clothes than he does, I just don't want to encroach onto his space, so I just hung up like heavier coats, and like all of my nice dresses are in the other closet, even though I probably will not need a heavier coat for a while. But I will say the weather has been so perfect. Like it's cool in the mornings, but then it warms up in the afternoon, and then it's back to cool in the evenings. Literally fall weather here already, and I feel like we normally don't get this fall weather this early, so I'm loving it. We are in my closet because we're gonna do a quick reorganization because right now I have all of my summer clothes kind of at the forefront of my closet, just because that makes it easier to reach for. So I'm gonna switch my fall and my summer so that my fall clothes are closer to like this area and easier to reach. I'm also thinking I might reorganize my boots, and then I also have this little cubby down here that I'm definitely gonna reorganize because I don't need my bathing suits like easily accessible at this point. So I might put that somewhere else. And then I also don't need like all of my shorts and stuff easily accessible. So I think I'm gonna reorganize that as well. Maybe actually we'll start with that because I feel like that might be the easiest part of my closet to reorganize. And here is my get rid of pile. It's pretty small, but I basically just decided to get rid of clothes that I haven't worn in maybe like a year. Pretty much is all of those clothes, or if I have worn them recently, I've been uncomfortable in them. So I'm pretty happy with that. I didn't think that I would have like a huge closet clean out, mostly because I did go through my closet before I moved, and I moved like 4 months ago. But these were things I held on to thinking that I would wear them, and then I just never did. I am getting rid of this, but that's because it unfortunately has a hole in it. So hopefully I can find some type of textile recycling near me, but the hole's in a spot that's like I can't fix it, you know, so that kind of sucks. But if I can't find a textile recycling, I'll just use it as a rag. We just have so many rags, so I don't really feel the need to have another rag right now. But let me show you my finished closet. I am missing some shoes because they're out in the entryway, but here's my cube organizer. I basically just decided to move around some sweaters and put them into these cubbies because I don't like to have my sweaters hanging up. I prefer to have them folded. And then I put some purses there as well. Pulled all of my winter clothes from the other closet. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep my summer clothes here or not. As you can see, it is pretty packed, but I feel like while we're in the transition to the colder months, I will probably wear both my summery clothes and my winter clothes, which guys, this is actually insane now that I'm looking at this. Like, look how dark I dress in the winter versus how like bright I dress in the summer. I didn't think that I did that at all. Like, I was literally thinking today that I don't dress very seasonally, but that's not true at all. Look at this color palette difference. That's insane. But then I have these little hangers for all of my work pants and skirts, which I love these little hangers so much. I actually need to go get a pair of work slacks because I have these khakis, but they're super wide leg. But I want a pair that's a little bit more fitted to go with some of my blazers. And then this little organizer for all of my accessories. This is actually my outfits that I'm planning to wear for the rest of the week. And then I have jean jackets and a rain jacket. I have this here because I feel like these are the only jackets I gravitate towards in the summer. These are my matching sets. I got some athletic sets. These are all dresses. And then coming down to this rack, I did change some things here as well. I mostly just moved my summer clothes all the way to the back over here. So I guess we'll just start over there. All of my summer clothes are back here. And then we go to jackets and crew necks. And then all of my just winter blouses, cardigans, sweaters, anything that's a long sleeve is here. It is the next day, but I'm actually going to end the video here because I'm hoping to get this video edited and uploaded. So I obviously need time to edit it. But thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!